Hello everybody, video here for you today. The Ramsey Show has not been posted yet for today, so there's a space to chat. Go. Check the other stream, check the stream. Yep, there we go, there's the audio. So that works. Mute that, okay. Let me type good morning into the chat. Good morning. Now, normally what happens if the Ramsey Show is not posted yet by this time, I'll start a video stream so my friends and I and whoever else can come and chat until the Ramsey Show is posted. But normally when I start one of these, the Ramsey Show is posted very soon after. Not yet though, so we will go ahead and go and give the live financial advice. No questions, but I can comment on the Dave Ramsey subreddit. And this is not run by Ramsey Solutions. This is run by fans. But they seem to be decent enough people. They do a lot of negative stuff about Dave Ramsey on the subreddit. I did one of these last night. Talked about Ramsey stuff for 2 hours. Oh. Oh, I thought these were some I did yesterday. They are not. They would be light blue if I clicked on them already. So let's go. Nobody in the chat yet? Hopefully soon. Let's see. So Cathrot posted. I'm struggling to find. Oh, I'm Coach Steve Money, Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach. Let's do. Let me give my plugs. My channel. Hey, we're live. Look at that. Do this video because I know it's at the end of this video.
And you can schedule a free
again, Coach Steve Money, Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach. You can schedule a free financial coaching consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. You can email me if you just have one question. Or anything about coaching or anything else on my YouTube channel, especially Oak Island is the majority of it at the moment, as that show winds down. 4 more episodes, I believe. Anyway, email is coachdmoney@gmail.com. Channel donations can go to paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. You can add me on the gram at Coach Steve Money, and of course this YouTube channel is youtube.com/Coach Steve Money. Alrighty, so back to the question. That's right. I'm struggling to find an emotionally compelling reason to continue. Well, it doesn't have to be an emotional reason. It just has to be a reason. Terrified of spending money and being unemployed. Okay. Grew up watching my mom, 45 years old. Are you 45 or your mom's 45? Probably you're 45. Realizing she may never retire due to, forgot the word to, debt. At 19, I started watching Dave Ramsey with her, which kept me financially aware. She became debt-free at 58. Excellent. Oh, I'm 27 now, stressed out every day. nonstop because I don't have a career. Try different jobs and see what you like. I worked at a company, even out words, for 4 years today, still at an entry level position at $21 an hour. An entry level position at $21 an hour isn't anything to sneeze at. Especially at 27, $21 an hour, that's fine. Any amount of income is fine. You just have to live within it. So yeah, so if you're 27 and you've been working 4 years for $21 an hour, hopefully full time. Hopefully you got some money. Oh, I went crazy. Well, we're never gonna survive unless we are a little crazy. Went crazy at 24-year-olds due to my company mistreating me, and I ended up staying for the possibility of a future opportunity. What does went crazy mean? I couldn't come up with a better idea. Joining the military was it. Yeah, that's a I mean, that'll give you something to do for 4 years. First I couldn't train because of the pandy. Then, not then, don't confuse Aubrey. Then it was because they couldn't replace me? Question mark. No, I can't. Well, that's not any of your concern. That's not, I mean, if you want to be, if you live in a at will state, they can fire you or you can quit at any time you want to. But feeling guilty because they can't replace you, that's not your fault. Now I can't get a raise or move department for 6 months. Oh yeah, did I say 2 weeks would be nice? Regardless, even if you are in an at-will state, but you don't have to. Um, I can't get a raise or move department for 6 months because of a mistake I made, which is my fault. Okay, fair enough. Making mistakes, that is your fault. Sure, own it. Mind you, my review was in 2 weeks. I'd probably be at $23 after my review, and I maybe would be eligible for a department transfer, which would lead to a good career. Easy, $30 an hour. Okay? I'm dying from regret. This is what I was waiting for. Okay, I have a small house, which used to be my uncle's. I mostly fixed it up, but it's still a project I'm living in. My car is old but paid off. I have around $38,000 saved, not counting Roth or 401k. Okay, so guess what? You're 27. You're probably ahead of probably the majority of your friends, I would imagine, because most people don't have all that going on. So, I mean, if you're saying you have a small house, which used to be uncle's, if that's paid off, that's great. What up, Aslan? I remember, didn't even have to think about it. So car's old, paid off, but paid off, right? So you're all good. Yeah, not bad off, but I'm so much in pain for losing this opportunity. Well, you don't need to beat yourself up about it. I mean, it was a mistake. You screwed up, and Goonies always make mistakes. Just don't make any more. Is how you do that. So I've looked for other jobs in the area, and everything else is net negative. Less vacation. I have 3 weeks. Crappy work environment. Let's pay for the commute. Requires education. Worst healthcare. Okay, well, so this is the best you can do right now. Mental health is so poor I can't rationally think or focus. It sounds like it. I can't sleep. You might need to talk to a counselor about that. Maybe even if you don't want to spend that much money, maybe try Better Health. Just to talk to somebody would probably help. I don't think you go back to college just to go back to college because you can't figure out what to do with your life. I don't think you do that. You could if you think you want to make a change. And again, it could be another mistake, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. So it sounds like you do have to change something up because it doesn't sound like you're doing well. Yeah, if it's study line of work, do I use a loan? You do not use a loan. You didn't do all the Ramsey stuff um, and get that got you where you are now. Having I think a paid off house and an old car, but paid off, and 38K in cash, and you have Roth and 401K retirement savings. So you do not blow all that just because you don't want to work at your job anymore and think you need something better. You can be fine the rest of your life working at $21 an hour. Hopefully, like eventually, there would be some kind of raise or something, or you will eventually find something else. But you know what? You just gotta keep working. If I'm gonna sell my house anyway, why are you? Why would you? And go to the college, go to college. Might as well join the military. Plus, they pay for schooling? Question mark. You just don't know what you want to do. You need to take some time and like think about it, and not just do a rash decision, which may have been the previous mistake. I rarely do things because I want to. Okay. I've always done what I thought was financially responsible. That's a good thing. I will drop hobbies if they are too expensive. Okay. If I have a problem with employment, I fall apart. Apparently, I remember being unemployed in my early 20s. I dread waking up, trying to figure out figured out what I'm supposed to do. B, it's a combination of your whole future working somewhere mixed in with if I choose wrong, I will be stuck. No, you're not. You can just get another job. Um, a lot of the thinking here by this person is um like just A or B thinking, and it's like it's got to be this or it's got to be that, and that's not how it works. Dave often, when somebody comes up calls up the show and says, should I do A or B, he often said, well, we didn't think about C or even D maybe. It's like I'd rather die than to quit or be unemployed. Nobody said to do that. Keep working where you are until you find a better job. And then right now, if I was hired on to another position that paid better with negotiable benefits, I'd be on it like, what, all right, sure. To work somewhere for another year, hoping something will change is so painful. I would stay right where you are until you can find something that is likely going to be better. You never know, and the grass is greener, always greener on the other side, people think. But that's not always the case. So it does sound like you need to talk to a counselor because it sounds like it is a big mental thing going on here. Mental health is so poor. So um, that generally doesn't get better all by itself. So you might want to call the John Deloney Show is what I would suggest. That you can try BetterHelp and talk to somebody, a licensed therapist, and see if they can help you with that. But yeah, the Ramsey advice, after you address the mental health thing, um, or while you are doing it, would be to stay where you are at $21 an hour. I mean, that again, that's nothing to sneeze at. And especially since you freak out if you're not working and the thought of being out of work, so stay there and work. And nothing in here about a toxic work environment or anything like that. So it could be that you are just building all this up in your mind about how you have all this pressure about, oh, I should be making more, I should be more ahead in my career. Well, you're not. So you have to accept reality. You can make things better. You can get it closer to what you think it should be, um, but you don't have to beat yourself up so much over it. So I'm not a licensed therapist. We'll just claim that. But that's the dealio. on that. I've got 40 comments on that, so hopefully other people had good ideas on. Oh, you can search by the flare, by the baby, because you can choose when you put when you do post a question on here, you can pick what flare you want. I thought they had all the baby steps, but maybe not. It's like 5, 3, 2, 4. And what would Dave do? Oh, so if you by chance are watching and haven't heard of Dave Ramsey or the baby steps, it's baby step 1 is save $1,000 for starter emergency fund. Baby step 2, pay off all debt except the house using debt snowball. Baby step 3 is save 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund. 3B, which is not on here, is save a down payment for a house. If you have one already, you don't have to sell it. But if you don't have one when you start the baby steps, you wait until after you have your full emergency fund in baby step 3 to begin saving for a down payment. Baby step 4, invest 15% of household income in retirement. Baby step 5, save for your children's college fund. If you don't have any children, you can skip step 5. Baby step 6, pay the home off early, and that includes over investing any more than 15% or having a bunch of cash in the bank. You pay the home off early with any extra money that you have, and once you get that home paid off, then you are in baby step 7, and that's the best baby step because all you do there is you build wealth and you give a lot of it away. Baby step 0 is not on the list. And that is stuff like get your insurance together, make sure you have the 4 walls, which is transportation, clothing, food, shelter. And my pal Sid adds internet to that, which is fine. Let's see. Oh, AJ showed up. Let's see. Gotta catch up. Boom. Oh, he can't wear a headset right now, so he cannot hear me. Okay, so he's talking to Haslam. Cool. Nothing for me. No questions or anything for me. So, or anything addressed to me. Where were we? So we did baby steps. So baby step 0. Also part of baby step 0 is you deciding that you're not going to do any more debt. You're not going to take on any new debt except perhaps a mortgage when you get to that step. If you already have one, you don't have to sell your house necessarily. But if you don't have a house, then you don't buy one until you reach baby step 3B, which comes after 3. That's how it works. It's a numerical order for your convenience. Let's go back to the Reddit. Should I move out? I watched a lot of Letterkenny lately, so that's why I'm saying out. From little as Aizen 405. Curious what everyone thinks about living at home after college. And it's so weird. People say living at home, yeah, that's your previous home, that's your parents' home, but everybody calls it home. That's not necessarily home if you are going to live elsewhere. Then elsewhere is your home. But probably means the parents' house there. Saw a segment where Dave and Jade were trashing people living at home after college. I wouldn't go so far as to say, I mean, internet, it's Reddit, it's the internet. People are going to use hyperbole. Generally, at Ramsey, they think adults should live on their own and not live with parents. Let's see, living at home after college. They weren't trashing people. Was wondering if I should move out. For context, 24 mil and make around 120K a year. Yeah, you can't afford anything on that. But it depends on my company's stock price, since a significant portion of my income is in RSUs. reserved, I think, stock units is what that stands for. I never saw the upside to moving away since my office is nearby and I'm saving for a house, and I just couldn't get over the fact of throwing 20K per year at an apartment. I currently have about 25K in savings, about 125K investment portfolio, and about 35K in my 401K. Okay. I'm also, to clarify, I'm debt free. Excellent. Looking to get married next year, so should I move out now or wait another year and try to buy a house then? I would wait, since you are going to get married next year. Why move twice? Moving is not that fun. Trust me. And that's even if you don't fracture anything. So yeah, I would just stay there, especially if that's what you want to do. And it seems like you're okay. You maybe seems like the investment portfolio, that seems like that might have some crypto or something like that in there. It seems like that might be more than 15% of your gross income, maybe. But well, actually, yeah, maybe not 120 a year. So, but anyway, regardless of that, so you can back off on that to a percentage to investing for retirement. I would, while you're saving for a house, I would drop that investing definitely back to 15% at most. You can go less than that. You can even cut it out entirely for 3 years if you would like. That way you will have more down payment to put down. So, yeah, I mean, if you live with your parents, even though Dave doesn't like it, but you follow the baby steps anyway, other than other than you follow his advice, other than that one, you probably would be all right. So, but yeah, so I would imagine you. I mean, it does happen. People do get married and still live with one of the sets of parents. But it sounds like you will be moving out when you get married, and I would not move somewhere just for a year. I would not do that because moving sucks. Let's see. Obs, what up? Let's see. Oh, sorry, just reading the chat. Trying to catch up. I have to turn to look at the TV because I don't have my two monitor set up like I used to do when I would do streams. Aslan showers outside. Interesting. Burr in the winter of shower week. Quick on my feet to get back inside. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Couldn't imagine. Ops can't imagine how the pioneers did it. It would be so cold. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have made it. I don't think. You never know though when you have no choice. Okay, so balancing my investments and assets and credit card debt. Here's how you balance the credit card debt. You pay it off and you don't take on any more debt. You close the account and you do that with all of your debt. All right, so okay, so the answer to this is basically this, but there are some specifics in here. So balancing investments, assets, and credit card debt. So we'll find out. The first thing to do is find out where you are on the baby steps. So we already know you're doing it wrong because you have debt. So and you're on the Ramsey subreddit, so you should expect people to say get out of debt. House mortgage left $659,000 and worth between $1 million to $1.1 million. Our mortgage, property tax, and home insurance $4,500 a month. Hopefully somebody's making a lot of money. We put in $1,300 each a month for utilities. Sounds like we have separate finances there. Also not advised for a, oh, it's partner. So, and that is not advised either. Should only be somebody you are married to. Shouldn't be shacking up, according to Dave Ramsey's advice. Furnishing the home, repairs, landscaping. It's really a fixer-upper, high cost of living, so it's what it is. A fixer-upper for the great price of $1 million. Maybe you bought it for cheaper than that, but even at $660K is a fixer-upper. So, all right, well, let's see. Oh, make 205 base. Okay, with about a $35,000 bonus and an employer match of $12,000 in my 401k. Okay, can expect a 48% raise this year. Excellent, unless we have a big recession, which is possible. Doubt it. But my job is pretty safe. We already had a recession. I put away they just changed the definition. I put away the max into my 401k because my taxes here are so high. Well, that would be the thing anyway. That would be step 4, which it sounds like you could probably be at very quickly, depending on how much debt you have. So overall, my contribution. Okay, so yeah, I mean that part is less important. You are doing it, which is important. Let's say partner makes between 150 and 175 for now. Okay, so so if you were married, that wouldn't be a problem, and so that would be 350, and so you would be fine with you could get $1 million house based on Dave's guidelines. So that shouldn't be a problem either. The $29K in credit card debt, we don't need that. I've been carrying this along for a long time. Why? I'm not sure exactly when it started, but I had a bit, okay. And you couldn't cash flow that on that. Maybe this was before that. And some other weird and very large unexpected expenses in the last couple of years. Okay, I don't know why I mean, because of the taxes so high, trying to do that investing where you didn't pay off the $29K. So paying off the debt would be the first step, provided that you do have cash on hand for a emergency fund. Let's see, I have 21 like the Roth. Okay, so you're just $3,000 in cash. Okay, so yeah, you have an issue here. I'm gonna go ahead and recommend that you follow the baby steps, which are not what you're doing. But let's see. More 401k, pension. Okay, that's great. A lot of work to do in the house. Okay, that's apparently you're living there, so it's livable. So I would chill on that for a second, and get yourself right with the baby steps. I feel like I squirreled away so much that it's better to use it now for my happiness than oh, I see you're talking about. If it's in not in it doesn't seem like it's in just brokerages accounts. It seems like it's all in retirement advantaged accounts. And so Dave doesn't recommend taking anything out of those, but you could stop putting money into them while you save up a full emergency fund and pay off that $29,000, which again, that shouldn't take too long with your incomes. If you're doing it separately, that's another issue. But I want to pick up to the house on it. Okay, but I do have to take a 10% hit, right? And tax on the withdrawal. That is why Dave says do not do that. Do not hit retirement accounts except to avoid foreclosure or bankruptcy. And so wouldn't do that. So if you don't have any, I would not touch those at all. I would just buckle down with that kind of income. It's possible lifestyle creep has happened, and you could probably cut some things in the budget and pay that $29,000 credit card debt off very quickly, and then save a full emergency fund, and then that would have you squared away pretty much. And then finish paying off the house before doing, it sounds like you're doing way more than 15% of gross income into retirement accounts. So that's the dealie on that. So you get married. What else do we have the person doing? Get married, do a budget, cut out some expenditures probably, at least just temporarily, and pay off that 29,000 credit card debt. And it's just that's just so weird to think about. If you at all think about the baby steps at all, and if you've heard of Dave Ramsey, you know he's the no debt guy. So the first thing that should occur to anybody thinking about Ramsey or thinking about posting on the Dave Ramsey subreddit, you would think they would say, "Oh, well, the first thing I got to do is get out of the debt," even if they haven't, if they've at all looked at the baby steps before or know anything about Dave. But maybe they just happen to show up here magically, just at a search for where can I post this about money. And stop working on the house for a while. If it's just cosmetic, especially cosmetic stuff, if everything is working and you can live there comfortably, do that. Would not hit the retirement account. Boom, boom, boom. See what's going on in the chat. Alrighty, they are just chatting amongst themselves, which is what we do, which is part of why I did this. Let's see if the mod has posted the show. Nope, not yet. All right. The Smart Conference, the first 3 speakers, plus Dave Ramsey did an intro, were broadcast live. I guess streamed instead of broadcast, streamed live on Saturday morning, and that is still available for you to watch, as you can see. And it is the Smart Conference, and they did that from the brand new event center. They also did the Ramsey Show in a different format. They took like audience questions and stuff. They did that from the event center as well. And that is available to watch. That is that one. Yeah, the Ramsey Show live from the new Ramsey Event Center. And while we're at it, George Camel, it should come right up. He has, there's a new video from him. He has a new page, new YouTube channel, George Camel. It's just his name there, and he put up a new video, 2 hours ago? His TikTok, he's bothering people on TikTok apparently. About what? Average cost of a meal right now is $13. Eating at home, $4. So when you eat out, there's okay. I guess people are mad that he said you can have a meal at home for $4. Okay, so that is on there, and he previously did how he bought a house with no credit score. Oh my goodness, He doesn't live in Canada, so it is possible to use manual underwriting. So check out George's channel. He's pretty cool. All right. Being your own. Oh, we did this one. Being your own lender, mutual fund selection. We did. Oh no, didn't we? Yeah, this should be light blue. I wonder why it's not. Because we did do this one yesterday. Yeah, did that one. Follow that exact asset allocation and can specify which for they hold. And I don't know. I don't think I saw that one, but we did. I didn't see the other one. We did that. Here, frequent debates about Dave Ramsey's advice on choosing 4 types of mutual funds for retirement to outperform the market. Do most people on this forum follow that exactly for their asset allocation and can specify? Tell me exactly what 4 you hold and the performance results. Oh, and or performance results over at least a few recent years. Well, it's going to be down, my friend, but. Yeah, let's see. This person says, don't follow Dave Ramsey investor advice. Too simplistic. Guess what? No, it's not. Don't go to Smart Investor Pro either. They will rip you off with loaded funds costing at least 5% when you invest. That may be true. Assuming that's true, the managed mutual funds that they advise could make more than the index, even when you subtract that 5%, dog. So, yeah. Person doesn't follow any days investing and more index. Everybody is down on the Dave Ramsey investment, right? Everybody likes their index, and everybody likes to mention their particular. This is a Dow Jones index fund. This is Vanguard's brand. People love to mention their own brand. It doesn't matter what brokerage you put it at. It's all gonna be a total market fund. Index fund is a total market index fund. All right. So wow, everybody that bothered to post here said don't do Dave. 9 comments said don't do Dave's investing advice. I would say you should do Dave Ramsey's investing advice. Okay, you did all these. All these yesterday. Did like 2 hours on this yesterday. Unannounced. Just decided to panicking. Mortgage payoff. The answer is yes. All right. Okay, that's from Walt Grace, 83. Oh, let's check back on the chat. Okay, nothing for me. Just chatting. Okay, people can disagree about baby step 6. That's fine. I hate it when people call it stupid. That's the title. Walt Grace, 83. Okay. 31 male, baby step 6, soon to be baby step 7 by the end of 2023. I'm not looking for validation. Okay. I'm just here to vent. All right. It's the Reddit. You can do that. Hate it when I tell a few people about this journey through baby step 6 and they respond, that is stupid, that is dumb, etc. Then you just walk away. You don't talk to those people. Because guess what? They're stupid and they're dumb. The reason for paying off my house is totally emotional. It doesn't matter whether it's emotional or for whatever reason, or just because Dave said so or whatever. It's still a good idea. Either way, Mom experienced near bankruptcy when the poster, the OP was original poster, was a teenager. We almost lost everything. That can affect your life, affect your thinking. I know that I can make more money if I just invested it. Yep, we don't do that. We pay off the homes first because when the kids do and the adults, when they do the math about, well, should I pay off the mortgage or invest it, they do their calculators, but you do not have a risk button on that calculator. So let's see about freedom. Also, not make a ton of money investing every penny after that is left over. Right. Right. And then when you don't have a house payment, then you can invest all that if you want to. People should say that is not optimal for making the most amount of money possible. To call it stupid is absolutely asinine. Well, people are asinine. They say asinine things sometimes, and sometimes they feel defensive because their life isn't as good as yours, and you know, and they're doing it wrong, and so they're mad about that, and for whatever reasons, people are going to disagree. They can do that. They can do whatever they want with their money, whether it's smart or not. They can do that. Alrighty, seeking _0. Pay off cars, sell and buy a cheaper car. Have a car worth about 22K if sold it privately. Oh, 9K. Set to pay it off in 12 months. You could pay it off quicker than that, but if I sold it and bought a beater, our other car, 22K loan could be paid off in 16 months, assuming I put all of the proceeds from the sold car into the beater car, which will need all-wheel drive. Okay. Sounds like you have specific needs for that car. So if that one's working fine, why not just pay that 9K off? You pay that one off first, and then the 22K one after that. If those are your only two debts, smallest to largest for baby step 2. Alternatively, they're both paid off in about 22 months if I don't do anything. No, you do want to do something. You do want to be intentional with your money and do pay them off faster than the minimum payments. I'm not sure saving 6 months is worth giving up the 19 hybrid RAV. I could put some of the sold car proceeds in the other car and turn to debt-free time. Just not sure what I'll find in the 5 to 10K range that's going to be reliable. Thoughts? Yeah, this is a situation where how about instead of doing that, you get on a budget and you follow the baby steps and you pay both of them off. I'm already aggressively paying these cars off, but I know I could always do better. Right. So you're, aggressively paying it off. It sounds like I'm set to pay it off in 12 months, and it's just 9K. So maybe that is more than the minimum payment, maybe. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, just be more aggressive doing that. Cut stuff out of the budget. If you have smaller debts than those, pay those off first. Basically, hey, oh look, got the baby step 2 flare though there. So if you're gonna bother to call yourself in baby step 2, then here you go. Here's what you do. You're right there. It says pay off all debt except the house using the debt snowball. That means smallest to largest. And then when you pay one off, then you get to put all the money you were putting, the minimum payment, you get to put that towards the next debt, and so on and so on. And so that is why it's a snowball, because it gets bigger as you go along, and that's good because so do your debts as you go from smallest to largest. Right? Sorry, I was reading the chat again. Just making sure I don't. No, this person, Hank Hippopopolopoulos, he's posted on here a bunch. I don't normally recommend it, but keep this car. The car market is insane. Hyperbole. My friend just spent $8,500 on a 2013 Dodge Journey with 90K on the clock. I wouldn't go so far as to call it a clock. I mean, it's an odometer, and considers it a good deal. Run it in the ground front, keep it as long as you can. Yeah, especially since you're trying to get an all-wheel drive replacement. Yeah, and so we don't have income information here, so we don't know what we're dealing with. But yeah, I mean, it's not. Sometimes you need to sell the car. Sometimes you're trying to sell the car to make a big move happen, but it may be more hassle to try to get another vehicle, especially all-wheel drive, especially the way you want. With the hassle combined with the actual amount of time getting debt free, it may not be that much quicker. So definitely, I would suss out the numbers on that. Additional income ideas. Had one yesterday for this. Baby Step 2 Flare from Fry 3 Bex 827. Or maybe Brit, or Brittany, maybe, or Brit. Let's see. Hi everyone. Looking for some ideas or leads in second form of income. Background nurse. Nurse educator. You could perhaps do some. Why can't you do any other kind of nursing, like some part-time nursing stuff? Let's say I've been hunting for additional source of income for a few months now. I know what you're all going to tell me. I don't want to work additional shifts as an RN, and looking for a remote per diem side job. That's a lot of conditions. So don't do what you could make the most money doing. And I need it to be remote work so I can work from home. And I need to be paid per day. The journey paid off over 99K in a little over 4 years. Excellent. Then cash flow to master's degree. Excellent. Squared. And my wedding. Excellent. Cubed. And I will pay off my car tomorrow. Excellent. Wrong order, but modest used older Jeep. Reasonably priced for my income. Okay, great. Next and final step is the last 48K of student loan debt. Oh, okay. Didn't cash flow all of the schooling, but did cash flow the master's degree. All right. I can reasonably pay about $3,500 a month towards them, but I just want it out of my life. Getting impatient. Not impatient enough to do additional shifts as an RN, though. Everything I search for comes up with the same answers. Drive for Uber, start a blog. Yeah, I want to do something online that is as I have free time. Does anyone have any suggestions or leads? Let's see. Elder caregivers, but that's not online. Home infusions, PRN. I don't know what PRN means. Private something. On the weekends, control my own schedule. So, and again, that's not remote. Oh, but the OP is going to look in that. It stands for original poster, is what the kids tell me. Okay, not. This would be a great topic if somebody reposted it. This is a non-healthcare specific. Is it healthcare specific? Oh, I see what. I see. You're saying like a post for like everybody. Proofreader for medical students and doctors. No. Prescription and fast typer. Yeah. Okay. A lot of good ideas in here. Cool. But again, probably the way you could pay that off the quickest would be if you did more nursing shifts. This is from Soggy Desk 2016. How did the desk get soggy? That is the question. Sell the house or rent? Wouldn't that be the same thing? Or keep the house and rent it out. Let's be a landlord just because we think it's gonna make money. Let's see here. And we're not gonna have to replace the roof or anything like that. That will. make it a net loss. Hello, all. My wife and I, 34 years old, excellent. Recently built a $400,000 house. We locked in a 6.9 interest rate with our construction loan. Our mortgage is $3,100 a month. Our old house has 140 of equity and an 800 mortgage payment. We have 30,000 in savings and $19,000 in debt. Student car and personal loans. We would like advice on if we should keep the older house and rent it out for $1,000 a month profit until something goes wrong, until you have to fix something on there, and then that amount of profit goes way down. Woo! Or sell the house, pay off the debt, and refinance to lower the current mortgage payment, and also remove PMI. I don't want to lose the house. It's in a good location, recently renovated, and was inherited from my mother-in-law. You don't want to lose the house, but you're not going to live in it. So it's not that important to you, I wouldn't think. Otherwise, you would be living in it. You built your own house, so you probably want to stay in the house you built. I'm selling the house because I don't want to be like, oh, I want to keep these two houses. I guess that means I'm a landlord. That's not the way to decide that. The way to decide that is, oh, I think I should get into real estate. I think I should be a landlord and then do that. Not by default. Default is not the right reason. There is a guy that comes in the Ramsey Show chat, Tommy, and he, I think he owned at one time 7 rental properties, and he is down to 1 now just because it was too much hassle for him. He has a day job, which is not real estate. And I'm sure you can hire someone to manage it for you, but there's still hassle involved, and that cuts your profit out. Like if you're got $1,000 a month profit on it, even if you don't have to replace the roof, you still have to pay somebody to manage it for you, unless you're doing it yourself. So this happens a lot. People like often do that. Even when they move out of state, definitely a bad idea for me and Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey first, but I agree with him. So that's 2 of us, dog. 403B question. That is a government 401k, I believe. That's like for government workers, teachers, etc., etc. Boom, boom, boom. AJ here's medical billing, coding, make pretty good money. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. What up, Sid? See, read a post about someone who does medical billing coding from Hawaii and lives on half her income. Excellent. 50% is a good ratio. All right, let's check out the 4. This is Visual Bear. Visual-Bear 8347 posted this. Hello. Hello there. I have a 403B through work with Fidelity. Fidelity is taking care of my account. Yes, that's why you have it with them. That's what that means. As of January 1st, 2023, I have made $1.53 in interest. Okay, we just went through this. If you make money in the market, it is not technically interest. It is a return. It's not interest. $1.53 in interest. I told someone I knew about that, and they told me to look at my positions. I've looked all over Fidelity site. I've got charged $4.53 in fees this year. Not sure if someone can help me with this. $1.53 in interest isn't much. Thank you. Yes, I just a guy that is in the Ramsey Show chat mentioned mentioned about that. He had a similar. Actually, I wonder if this is him. This might be him. When did he post that? 5 days ago. I think I talked to him. Yeah, I talked to him about it 2 days after that. Okay, so never mind. But the he was looking at, and I don't know why that would happen. Nor it might be because he has an annuity in there, and it could be a portion of the annuity that is paying interest. That could be it. The only other way you would get actual interest would be it's not a mutual fund, but it is an investment that they put the money in if you have any cash but have not bought mutual funds or stocks or any other thing with it, which you shouldn't do, just mutual funds. If you just have transfer cash to the account without earmarking it for buying anything, then you will get interest on that money, just like if you had an interest checking account or an interest savings account. So that's possibly where that could have come from. So yeah. So, and again, I may have dementia because it took me that long to figure out that this was the same person. All right. Going to the Reddit before you email Steve about it. All right. All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. It's fine. I'm just messing around. Oh, we don't have a body for this one. We just have the title. Just bought a house. Keep or cancel my credit cards. I'm not using. Cancel them. And this first person says, Dave, cut them up and pay them off. Close them. Reality, this depends on how you've used them in the past. False. It doesn't. You do not need them. What do you need them for? What do you need them for? You already bought the house. So you don't need to you don't need to keep that credit score up to buy your house. You already got the house, so you don't need it. And if you do want to buy another house, you can use manual underwriting plus your history of paying the mortgage on that house and paying it off. So if you've been responsible, this is the whole thing about, people want to be individuals and not follow Dave's advice, and they want to think they're doing better. Their math says that if I do it my way, then I can get ahead. If you've been responsible and have found out how to never carry a balance, then you do you. Well, the problem with that is people think it's not debt if you pay it off every month. It is debt the second you swipe the card or use the card online. And the dealio with this is, guess what? Even people that are responsible, even people that are smart and have done the math, even those people can follow Dave's advice and be very successful. They have millions of documented success stories, and you don't have to use credit cards. Even though you think you can use them responsibly, you don't have to, and you can still be fine, and you'll be safer because there's less risk. If you have a credit card, it's easier to use one if you have one. People have said, oh, well, you can just apply for one. Yes, you can, but that's an additional step. So hopefully you're thinking about it. It gives you a couple extra seconds to think about it rather than if you already have it in your wallet or saved online in the Amazon. And you just have to say, oh, click to buy. And the payment method's already there, and there you go. If you haven't been responsible, see, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The advice is the same for both of these people. The advice is the same for everyone. And so, yeah. But that's the argument you get a lot of the times. of, well, I pay it off every month. I'm responsible. Blah, 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 blah. Person wants to sell smart conference ticket. What would Dave do? Assistant brother-in-law had to get losses. You're getting, yeah, trying to sell the tickets to the smart conference, which again you can watch the first three speakers, Dave plus the first three speakers, Dave intros at the beginning, and it is on the online on the Ramsey Show highlights channel for you to watch. Let's see if okay, it's finally posted. There's two waiting in there, so whatever time it was posted. That's weird. It should say 2 p.m. on there. Interesting. It says 3 p.m. instead. Perhaps that's just a mistake. Interesting. All right. So we'll just do a couple more then, and then we'll boot over to the Ramsey Show chat instead. Let's see. Need advice. Bugs the brain. What would Dave do? WWDD flare. I like talking about my flare. Hello, I currently have $55K left on my mortgage, $7K in credit card debt, $10K in student loans, and $20K between two cars. Okay, so look at them. Other than the mortgage, this person put them in smallest to largest order, almost like they knew the advice already. I have about 35K in my 401k. I'm 32 years old. Excellent. Good job. I've been tempted recently to cash out the 401k to pay off the credit cards and most, if not all, of the car debt. Nope, too much loss there. Because you would get hit with taxes and penalties for that. That's too much. So the Ramsey advice on that is you don't pull from retirement except to avoid foreclosure or bankruptcy. So no, do not do that. 32 that person and 28 years old for the wife. Household income 70K, and that doesn't really change the advice there on that. Yeah, so but a lot of people try to think about ways. Dave has at least one time before said you're trying to think of ways to not do this stuff, and to do this stuff means to follow the baby steps and sacrifice something. You want to make a quick move on something, so you want to transfer money from your retirement into paying off this debt. Instead, do some sacrificing, cut out a bunch of expenses, work more, work overtime at your job if you can. If not, get a side job, sell crap you have at home, maybe that you bought with the 7K in credit card debt. And if it's worth anything that's worth anything and you're not using it regularly, consider selling it. And so you pay that debt off. But yeah, do not pull from the retirement. Okay, I like this so much, I'm going to do one more. Retirement 15% rule. And it is a rule. It is Dave Ramsey's advice. Yes. Joust V1. Version 1, maybe? I'm a federal employee. Would you count your contributions to the pension as part of your 15%? I contribute roughly 4% of my pay to my pensions. Yeah, whatever skin in the game you have, that counts as part of your 15%. So you're putting 4% of your pay into it, then yes. Actually, on a pension, isn't more of it, whatever comes out of your paycheck and goes to it, that the company themselves are not paying, that's your part of your percent, part of that 15%. That's part that you are taking that, because if you weren't putting it there, it would be in your check, and so that means that's your money. So that means that's coming from you. But if it's just the 4% of your pay, you're saying that definitely counts, and there may be more on it. You just check the paycheck to see what it is. Let's see, if you have mandatory pension contribution comes out of your paycheck, count about 50% because you have usually zero control over the pension or how it's invested, managed. Yeah, I've heard him say that before. Yeah, so you could just count that as 2% instead. Yeah, he has said, thank you, Harrison _ Wintergreen, for reminding me of that. He does say that. Excellent. Righty. Okay, well, I guess I'll shut this down and go over to the Ramsey Show chat now that it is pasted. Finally, mine got off of his butt and did it. What am I looking for? Oh, my plugs. Once again, I'm Coach Steve Money, Ramsey Solutions Certified Financial Coach, and you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money, and I'll give you the same advice that I give to the stream off of the Reddit questions. I'll give you the same advice, and I'll tell you what Dave's recommendations are. You can schedule that at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. You can email me about coaching or anything on my YouTube channel, like Oak Island. Any number of things I have on there. I have a music playlist on there where I have Ramsey adjacent portions of the songs on there. It's not a full song. None of them are full songs, but pretty cool. Including baby step songs, song about John Deloney, and a song about Rachel Cruz. Where are we at? Do channel donations, paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Add me on the gram, Coach Steve Money, at Coach Steve Money. And of course, the YouTube channel is youtube.com/Coach Steve Money. Thanks, chatters, for chatting. And I will shut this down in just a few minutes. After you hear me drink something.